Who better to ask, though, if it will, than Dave Aronberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County, also in Florida, and very, very smart. Let's start with Sean Williams, okay? Let's go back to the Sean Williams. I know, like, I just keep thinking, how is this possible? If a judge is fed up with a crazed defendant who just can't seem to get it right with the free lawyers that they're provided, how can they be forced to represent themselves? Because I just smell a ineffective assistance of counsel appeal.
Ashleigh, good to be back with you. You know, it's not an unlimited right to a lawyer. I mean, you can't postpone things indefinitely by continuing to have problems with your lawyer, getting fired by your lawyer, or firing your lawyer, and so that the case never gets heard. I mean, victims have a right to get their case done. The public has a right to have a case heard. And so it's not an absolute right. You get to choose anyone you want, no matter how many times it takes. So at some point, the judge has the discretion to say enough is enough. If you can't get along with your fourth lawyer, you're not going to get a fifth. You either have to represent yourself, or if you want to hire your own lawyer, and as long as they can get ready by the deadline, they can represent you too.
So let's just play the game here. Sarah Boone is on her own. She's going to have to represent herself. And what's the old expression? A man who has himself for a client has a fool for a client, or a fool for a lawyer, or both. I can't remember. But so let's say she loses and then chooses to appeal based on ineffective assistance of counsel. How does she then go into the appellate process and, like, point the finger at herself and question herself for being lousy at her job?
Yeah. First off, ineffective assistance of counsel appeals are very common and they rarely work. So that's number one. And secondly, no, she's not going to be able to make a legitimate claim of ineffective assistance of counsel after she got fired by 8 of her lawyers, plus a 9th that she tried to hire out of her own pocket, because she can't, like, communicate with them. In fact, apparently she wants them to proclaim her innocence when there's a video that shows she's guilty. So she should listen to her lawyers. But now the judge has had enough. You know that TV show, Ashleigh, 8 is enough? There's a reason why they said 8 is enough, because in the law too, you don't get a chance at number 9. So she better represent herself or find her own lawyer next time.
You are showing your age, young man, with 8 is enough. Okay, real quickly about Sean Williams. The lawyer, or the judge, said that this last 4th lawyer is not allowed to get off the case. The lawyer wanted off the case, and the judge said no. And that made me wonder, well, how effective will his counsel be? And can't Sean Williams then turn around and say, this guy hated me and was forced to do the job, therefore ineffective assistance of counsel?
Now, he could have a claim of ineffective assistance of counsel if his lawyer tanks the case, but lawyers take an oath and they risk getting sanctioned by the bar if they undermine their own case. So I suspect that even though that lawyer doesn't want to be there, that lawyer will do the best job that they can. And if that lawyer really screws up, yeah, then Williams could have that on appeal. But again, that kind of argument on appeal rarely works.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.